I'd like to call the meeting to order and acknowledge that we are in Treaty 1 territory, the home and traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, Innu, Cree, and Dakota peoples, and the national homeland of the Red River Métis. Our drinking water comes from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation in Treaty 3 territory. I'll introduce the panel members. I'm Marcel Larondo. I'm the chair. Larry Robinson is the panel member to the far right. Valerie Werhoon is a panel member right next to me, and Jason Robertson is our secretary today. Drew Thiessen will be the assessor. Do we have any Zoom?
Just Drew.
There's Drew. You don't need to read it to him. We will be hearing applications for revision of assessment roll in accordance with the Municipal Act. The matters for which revision is requested have been described in each application, and we will be limiting the discussion to those matters. The statements that are made at this hearing are sworn testimony. Anyone speaking to the matter must be sworn in. Be advised that comparisons of assessment of properties are not considered evidence of market value by the Board of Revision. The Board of Revision is appointed annually by Council and is independent of it in the City Administration. It makes its decisions on the basis of the evidence provided at the hearing and issues a written order that will be mailed to all parties as soon as possible. Please note that the Board's decision with respect to an application may be appealed to the Manitoba Municipal Board if the matter pertains to assessed value or classification, or the Court of Queen's Bench if the matter pertains to the application of exemption from taxation. Should you wish to appeal, the information on how to do so will be included with the Board order. With respect to the hearing process, I will confirm the points of appeal with your property to be addressed with each application following the swearing in. We will then have the assessor's testimony followed by questions that the applicant may have, and then the applicant's testimony followed by questions. Each side will have an opportunity to summarize if they wish. Once all the evidence about an application has been brought forward, the applicant may leave. The process will repeat for each item on the docket today. The session will close after all the applications have been heard, and the Board will deliberate in private to make its decisions. You will receive the Board's decision by registered mail as soon as possible. All information, all public hearings are live streamed, recorded, and will be part of the public record. We will be hearing items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 on our docket today. Mr. Robertson, please affirm the first applicant, which will be item number 4, Birch Leaf Point.
Mr. Robertson, please state your full name. Do you affirm that the evidence you are about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Do you affirm that the evidence you are about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Can you receive it? And applicant, please state your full name. Do you affirm that the evidence you are about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Can you receive it?
Drew, when you are ready, 26 Birch Leaf.
I have to be sworn in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mr. Assessor, please state your full name.
Drew Thiessen.
Do you affirm that the evidence you are about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Now when you're ready, Drew.
This was Birch Leaf Point, 26?
Correct.
Okay. So this is a appeal of the 2022 assessment using a market value at April 1st of 2018. The subject is located at 26 Birchleaf Point, roll number 030-917-10400. It's a two-story build, single-family dwelling built in 2014, living area of 2484 square feet. It has a full basement that is finished. It has 2 full bathrooms, 1 half bathroom, and 1 shower. It has central air conditioning. It has a fireplace and an attached multi-car garage. The lot size is 68 to 27 square feet, and it has an external corner land influence. I will note that there is an error on the comp sheet. I only noticed it after I submitted my evidence. Please correct for half bathrooms. It should only read 1. The comps are all located in the Bridgewater Lakes neighborhood as well. They are all two-story builds, single-family dwellings built between 2012 and 2014. Living areas between 2329 square feet to 2624 square feet. They all have full basements that are finished. Comp 1 has one extra half bathroom and one extra shower. Comp 2 has one extra full bathroom. Comp 3 has one extra full bathroom, and Comp 4 has one extra half bathroom. They all do have central air conditioning. Comp 2 does not have a fireplace. All the rest do. They all have attached multi-car garages, and the lot sizes are between 5188 square feet to 9608 square feet. They all do have land influences. Comps 1 and 3 have hydro lines located behind the property, and Comp 2 has a bus route, hydro transformer, telephone, and a medium traffic influence, and Comp 4 has bus route and light traffic. The time adjusted sale prices range between $577,500 to $642,000, and the time adjusted sale prices per square foot range between $234.30 per square foot to $272.78 per square foot. There have been two sales of the property recently, but they are both post-reference for this assessment because we are looking at what the market value was April 1st, 2018. The sales that occurred in March of 2020 and October 2021 are post-reference. The current assessed value is $603,000 or $242.75 per square foot, and I believe that this value is supported. Thank you.
Did you have any questions of the assessor at this time?
Yeah. The first one is, the associate is our half bathroom is only one, just in the main floor.
Correct.
There is no bathroom in the basement. And the assessment, I do know because we also submitted the approval, the list. Actually, we are.
Right now it's time for you to ask some questions.
Oh, the question.
Yes, do you have any questions of the assessor?
Yes, because the assessment. Why are we came here? Just because we received the one assessment and the statement dated on July 18th. They reversed the assessment change in assessment to 62,000 because the reasons the basement finished at. Actually, I have a question. What meaning the basement finished at? How do you define the basement finished or unfinished?
Drew?
So we would qualify a basement as finished if it has 2 out of 3 qualities of flooring, ceiling, and walls being finished.
If I feel like because it's only the probably 70% just separated the room, the in room only the floor and the ceiling wall.
That should be put in your report. Right now we're going to ask him questions about his information. Do you have any other questions about his information that he's given?
I do not really know how to say that because he said that if had the wall and the ceiling as a finished. Is it simple?
Okay, so you explain that in your presentation. You can explain to us what it is that you have in your basement.
Yeah, we do have a basement.
Okay. And we'll do that when you put your presentation. Right now we're going to ask him some questions, and then you're going to come to your presentation. Is that okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay. So, Larry, do you have any questions of the assessor at this time?
Not at this time.
Okay, thank you. Valerie, do you have any questions?
Not at this time.
Okay, let's go on to your presentation. Tell us why you think the assessor is wrong.
Yeah, because I say that the basement assessed value increased 62,000. Usually we are very simple. we did the quote. It's also setting the quote. It's only 6,000 include the labor fee for the flour, laminate flour, and for the drywall probably only around 4,000. So if complete this basement, maybe just 10,000, no more than 20,000. It's also, we did a lot of the research from the internet. There's also lots of Google. The value of the basement after finished all depend on what the quality. If there is have a theater or really nice walk-in closet and a beautiful cabinet or bedroom, there's the washroom in the basement or kitchen, something, etc. Then we'll increase the value. But for our, it's very simple. There's no cabinet, no walk-in closet, no washroom. So how? I do not really know how assessment because we finished the increase 60,000. This is my main question.
So it's not really a question, but you're stating that your basement's not completely finished. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah.
So how much of your basement is finished?
The big, maybe probably around 70. We also send the picture, I believe.
Okay,
so.
let's go to the picture. Which page is it on?
70% off.
Is that the picture that shows the diagrams drawn in it?
Yeah, diagram, yes.
So where the lines are running horizontal, are those the finished areas?
Yes. Yeah.
And what's that section on the left-hand side?
Can you explain the one? Yeah, left side.
The left side, what's that?
Just-
Is that area finished?
The finished left side just looks like the living room.
That's a living room.
Yeah. So also you can show the picture. I did send the email, and also there is a physical picture if you want to have it.
Yeah, we've got the pictures here.
Okay, good.
I'm just trying to see how much of there's one room here seems to be not finished where the freezer is.
And I have the measurement.
That's what I want. The measurements.
Yeah.
Of the unfinished part.
And that is the total that the basement area is about 70% that is covered by the lamp. And also that the washroom is not
No water.
No. Yeah.
On with your, anything else you wanted to present before Drew asks you some questions?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My question is that because we just moved in this house, just no more 1 year, but that is assessment is rapidly increased. 60,000. So that is, if that is the basement is, and that is the increase is 60,000. If that is finish the basement, I also that is going to the Home Depot and I measure this area and also take the picture the basement floor, asked and the Home Depot that is the gentleman and to estimate if I want to that is decorate this basement and totally that is I want to for how many material and I to cost and we do that estimation with about 3,000 that is to buy the basement the floor. Yeah. And this is also include that is in the basement and the land there is a underground layer to prevent the moisture.
Okay. Anything else you want to give us for information? Any other information?
Yes. I still provide the listeners completable the sales report. He listed the four, the list.
On the
Actually,
comparables?
yeah.
Oh,
Actually, we are not really professional pick up this data. We just simply I provided this one, but for sure I did not calculate the how many square feet. How much for per each square feet. I did not do this. But on our list, there is a few. I list 5, 6 of them.
Well, you provided us with a list of all?
Yes.
Do
Yeah,
we
the
have
list
that on?
is there almost the same square feet
Okay, got the list. Let's go
Yeah.
over it.
and the similar square feet and also 2-story, but their assessment price way lower than ours.
We don't go by the assessment, though. We go by sale values.
Actually, I do also have the sale values. For example, the one on my list also the similar the square feet is also lower than ours, and also
26 Bridge Leaf.
our is the 26 birch leaf.
47 Rose Garden is what we're talking about.
Yeah,
The same.
yeah, 47 something. Yes.
Which one is this? I'm missing that.
47 Rose Garden Crescent, property schools lines. In the last second graph.
Yeah, almost similar.
So that's the, we don't have a sale on that, though.
Which property was this?
27 Rose Garden.
Oh, no. 47 on my list.
Oh, okay, sorry.
47
Sorry.
Rose Garden, 552. Okay, that was the sale price.
Right.
But that was 2020.
2020 is the year, US 2020.
But we're using 2018 on this, Drew, is that correct?
That is correct.
Because we are not able to find our I only can comparable with ours from the 2020 the sale year. So yeah. So we know there are many ways to prove your own point of the view according to the allocated square feet and exact date. But there are really different results if you state in different angle. If state my angle, or I feel like I pick up the very close at hours and lower than hours and the students pick up the almost similar one, equal to one, and prove his point. And also someone else can pick up the high one, higher than our one. So different person can state a different angle, view, and prove their own opinion. So I like to say just lots of the basements, the values, all based on the which the material used by the builder, beginning the builder, and the specific structure of the internal and the time of the construction. This I like to bring out because based on your statement for our basement increase 62,000, how to provide 62,000, right? The basement, the quality all different, and the completed percentage also is different. So why first question I said, how to define the basement finished or unfinished, and the value how to estimate.
So you're saying, but when you bought the house, it had the finished basement already. You didn't finish it after, did you?
I did not.
It was
That's
finished
all.
when you bought it.
I will understand the basement only can say part of the finished. This is our next project. We are going to finish, maybe doing some closets and a cabinet and a washroom in the near future.
Is that it for your presentation? Because we might have some questions for you.
Yes, sure.
Okay, Drew, do you have some questions?
Yes, I do. Thank you. So I just want to be clear. We do have for the finished area, the only unfinished space is where the rough-in for the bathroom is. So we don't have the bathroom on the record. Then the area underneath the stairs that's right beside that, and then the storage room that's right beside that, and then the utility space that's across from there. That's the only unfinished space in your basement, correct?
Yes, but you know what mean the storage room and the furnace room and the utility room?
No, like beside the stair. So like when you come down the stairs,
Yeah.
if you turn left and then turn quickly left again, there's a storage room right there, right?
Yeah, that is storage room.
Yeah.
I never will finish this one because the storage room, but in the left side is the washroom. We are going to finish. And the one big storage room on my picture, there is including based on the who is the build. If me, I don't want, I will not put this big area as a furnace room. Actually, the room is really huge. There as a storage room and furnace room in the together. Yeah.
So
I might understand there is the loss of the support wood export and the loss of the flooring is have not finished. But this the huge room. Now maybe in you stay in your angle, you feel like, oh, this is the storage room and the furnace room should not finish. Actually, this is a really big area. So why I said ask first question, I said, what meaning, what do you define the finished and unfinished based on the percentage or just the without the washroom or something else?
So I'm looking at the photos that you provided in your brief, and though that space is all finished, the only ones that are not finished is exactly the three areas that I previously mentioned, which appears you did show in your photos as well. I believe that the first unfinished space that has the fan in it and the cooler, that is probably that storage space beside the stairs. And then the second photo of the unfinished space, I believe, shows where the utility room is. And then the third photo with unfinished space shows where the roughed-in bathroom is. So I believe those are the only three unfinished spaces. Everything else definitely shows as finished based on your photos. So I believe what we have for your finished basement is definitely accurate for what we have. So I do have some other questions. Can I move on to that?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't believe that any of these properties that you provided as comparables actually sold before 2018. Are you aware if they did or not?
No, I did not really look at the 2018 because I'm not able to find our property over there. So we just focus on the 2000. Which one? There's two lists. The second one, maybe 2020 or 2021, I'm not really sure. So why I provided the list, we do found some info. So maybe just because we are not really professional, I don't know where I should be pick up the data. You know.
Okay. I believe that's all the questions I have. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Larry, do you have any questions?
Just one quick one for you. You were saying you did some cost estimates saying that to renovate, finish the basement, the bathroom, and everything was going to be only $3,000. If you finish the basement, you say it's only $3,000. Would your
Yes.
Okay, I was just curious about that.
Yeah, there's the big discount because you approve the discount.
Yeah, and I think that even, and in my opinion, even that the basement, as the gentleman said, is finished, but if that is finished, that is our, the cost to finish is not, is that is 62,000. So that is, I went, that is the Home Depot and that is asked to estimate. So that is, I think it's a drastically increase that 6,000.
Do you disagree with the definition that the assessor used of a finished basement? Is that what you're disputing?
Yes, why is for the, yeah,
That is
I,
the definition.
yes, definition and the value for the 62,000, how did this amount? This hour, this complete the 70%, it's a really basic one. So I'm just, maybe this, if you put the 20,000, maybe I can agree, but 60,000 is way too much.
So,
But
can you explain to me what is the $60,000
six,
the number?
6,000 is because the quota from the Home Depot, based on our area, put the on the picture is the laminate, the material, and for the floor, if use this cover this much area, use the laminate material plus waterproof, the material is only 3,000. The Home Depot puts in there, and then plus the label. Because once we went over this, ladies think, oh, we need to install this floor. So they estimated this our quota is plus the labor fee 3,000. So the floor is totally 6,000 if we ask them to do our floor.
Okay, my question is, you keep referring to it, it's $60,000.
No, 60. No, right now on the assessment, you see the reason of the change. Yes, basement finished and reverse assessment, not change in assessment, 62,000. Yes, so this.
So what happened was when they purchased the house,
It's a difference.
we can ask Drew a question, but Drew, when they purchased the house was finished, but you noticed then that the basement was finished when the house was sold, is that it?
That is correct. We also updated the building quality. There was an error in when it was initially added. It was added as an average quality build. Typically, new builds would be added as a good quality unless there's some very specific reason why it would be average. Generally speaking, average just doesn't really happen for new builds in a newer development area. So if this was an error that was corrected, it is well supported by these comparables. These comparables are all very similar to the subject home.
Does that answer your question, Larry?
Yes, it does. Yes, I found exactly that. Thank you.
Michelle, do you have any questions?
Where do you think
No.
your home should be assessed?
You
Where do
know-
you feel?
I feel this increase is too much. And also, I really understand the previous owner, once they want to sell their house, they hopefully let the assessment get high, and then the competition people will look at the assessment value and then put exactly the maximum price. Will compare and how much should be worth this, and then buy this house. And as I know, once we bought this house, maybe the data have not upgraded yet. They have not, because as I know, the inspector can inspect you because they're covered 3 years almost. So inspector came their home should be the last. Should be appointment is in August, because that time the data, as I remember, maybe I'm wrong. I checked assessment. I checked their said basement unfinished. Finished and said no. Right now it's yes. So I believe this just updated recently, but maybe after their inspector or before their inspector, I'm not really sure. Once we bought this one, in July, last July, that time the inspector had not came their home to the inspect yet. So I don't know where get this value up. So I don't know who will estimate this the quality on something else.
But when you purchased your home, there's a copy of the listing there. When you purchased, it does show a fully finished basement. So you would have purchased it knowing that it was finished, whether it's 70% or 30% or 20%. So selling price is usually based on other sales in the area, not on assessment of other homes in the area. So that your realtor or whomever that you use would have looked at all the stats in the area. Okay, that's how they came up with the sale price. But where would you feel would be fair? Like you're assessed, it's showing here that it's assessed at 603,000, right? What do you think it should be at?
I feel like supposed 57, 3,000 maybe the reasonable, because I feel like if just low, based on why I said that this number, because right now you are estimate changing estimate 2,000 just because the basement finished. Actually, I feel like not really worth this 60,000. Probably in my view, probably this basement maybe 20 to 30,000 more reasonable. But actually, we went to the Home Depot. The floor is only 6,000 plus your wall art things maybe 15,000, 15,000 maybe. But maybe the marketing, whatever, we need to consider everything. So for me, it's reasonable. 20,000 to 3,000 is acceptable. So deduct from the 603,000, maybe subject 62,000, probably around the 57 something is very reasonable.
Okay, 57.
Sorry, 570,000.
570,000
is really reasonable. Yeah.
Okay, is that, it's not showing what this property sold for.
You can't show it because it was after, but she's already showed it on her paper.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm trying to.
Can I just quickly say something? Just relating to that post-reference sale that she did supply on her brief. It actually didn't have a finished basement at that time either.
But she bought it, it was finished.
This was the 2020 sale. Her sale's the 2021 sale. And it was not finished for the 2020 and it was finished for the 2021.
So then.
Previous owner made it this.
He's the one that finished it.
Regardless, it is a post-reference sale though, so.
Okay. So, okay. Well, thank you. I'm done.
That answers that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. And
You're
we will
welcome.
look at the numbers and you'll get an answer back from us after we've had our discussion.
Okay, may I have an extra question? One simple question.
Yes, you can. Summation.
Yeah, actually, we already paid whatever the owning on the new statement we paid. But I feel like maybe there's a missing for the credit for the value of the basement, the education corporate tax. It should be left to get the credit too.
No, there is no credit on that.
Because we do have received the credit each person, each house 70, what's the percentage? 70 something.
Well, that was the credit from the province for the school taxes.
Yeah, I know. So
school tax.
this also should be considered school tax, right? Part of.
So
Or based
that's
on
what the
the
check is.
Yeah,
The check
check,
that you got
yes,
from the
check,
government?
because right now you are net assessed.
Yeah.
So I pay the extra this amount. So should it be the percentage of the education, whatever, how called the name, and then the credit too. I also have the.
I think it's a
receipts
dollar
attached.
amount. Is it not through the province is rebating? Are they going on a percentage? Are they going on a percentage?
That's a provincial thing, and I don't work directly with taxes. I'm not comfortable answering this.
Yeah, I'm just,
I can't answer that either, I'm not sure.
so it depends when, because that was for last year, correct?
In 2000, because I asked me this only this one for the same year. So the education credit, all based on how much for the whatever the numbers.
Yeah. You'd have to contact them on that.
Oh, not the.
No, you'd have to contact the province on the amount of the credit.
We don't know anything about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What's the number we will be because
No,
it,
no.
You're mixing up your municipal with your provincial.
Yeah.
oh, is that different?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's provincial.
Oh,
that
okay.
tax.
So actually, you are that. Should we go?
On the provincial tax, yes. On the school tax, you got to talk to the province on the rebate.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we don't deal with that.
I think all is fixing.
No.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for your
Okay,
presentation.
thank you.
And Drew, anything in conclusion after?
Oh, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. We're gonna move to 5 Apple Tree.
No.
No? Yeah,
Number 5 should be 62 Hector Avenue.
That's right. We're gonna move.
No, 944 Hector Avenue.
Oh, sorry, 62 Harvard Avenue is the next item on the docket.
Number 5.
5.
Yeah.
Yes, you are allowed to leave. We'll go come in now.
Okay, thank you so much.
62 Harvard.
Oh, you're right. Please state your full name. Stephen Thomas. Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to experience is true, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Where's Apple Tree?
I'll please the one here.
Okay, I'll fix
This
it.
was change.
Yeah,
That was rescheduled.
it's just me.
Blame the rain, blame the cold.
It's me. We are going to Harvard, 62 Harvard. Got that. My home away from home. Got that. Doesn't it feel like that sometimes? Got that. That's for you. Okay. Start at the beginning. Drew, we are going to 62 Harvard.
Okay. Thank you.
You are
All right. The subject is located at 62 Harvard Avenue, roll number 120-400-92000. I will note before reading this in that the property was a lottery home, but there have been major structural issues that have rendered the home unlivable. The department was made aware of these issues at the end of November of 2021, and a review of the value was conducted at that time. As such, I have pulled comps that are only sold as improved and demolished afterwards, and all of the demolition permits for these sales were pulled within 22 months of the purchase. So with that being said, I will go on to reading this in and the comparables. So the subject property is currently a improved lot, but as I mentioned, it is unlivable. So I'm treating it as if it was vacant. It is in the Crescentwood neighborhood, and it has a lot size of 11,328 square feet. The comparables are 2 of them in Wellington Crescent neighborhood nearby, and 2 of them in the Crescentwood neighborhood as well. The lot sizes range between 6,040 square feet to 12,011 square feet. And comp 1 has a light traffic influence. None of the other comps or the subject have any land influences. The time adjusted sale price, they range between $316,600 as the low to $816,300. Time adjusted sale price per square foot of the lot, that would be $50.60 per square foot to $86.99 per square foot. So as I was mentioning, the major structural issues have already been taken into consideration with the current valuation at $620,000 or $54.73 per square foot. If these structural issues were not present, the value would be significantly higher, well over $1 million. So I believe that this value is supported by the comparables. Thank you.
Do you have any questions of the assessor?
Yes, one came to mind just now. Is there any mechanism for an exemption?
I'm not sure what the question really means.
An exemption from the property tax.
Why would there be that?
Well, the city of Winnipeg has been implicated in or is thought to be, in my mind, and we're preparing. Obviously, we've got documents, so these are being served, in aiding and actually contributing to this factor. So. I don't know if it's a pause or something like that. I'm just asking, I don't know, is there a mechanism to have a pause or an exemption while that process is developed?
No, I don't believe so. Like I have said, we are currently valuing your property as a vacant lot. So that's, I don't know what else to say about that.
Okay, this is the question.
Any questions, Larry?
No, I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that whole last thing about that aiding and abetting from the city. Do I have any questions?
No. Valerie? On with your presentation, sir.
So, you've received the documents from the homeowners, correct?
Are you asking me? Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to make sure everybody's got it. I'm a representative. They're both in surgery today. So it's fairly simple. The documents are very reasonable. We're asking for a small amount of decrease that we feel is reasonable. We have a major appraisal done for the family, from the, I guess, for the insurer to consider. And then obviously would be included in all the court proceedings. As for numbers, that's your number that we're petitioning for. I would like to say that this is not a normal case. I think you guys can kind of tell that already. It's the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my 25 years of being a custom builder and general contractor. And I'd also, it wasn't the time last year when we were going through this. I let the family deal with it with their lawyer because we didn't know what we know now. But I've personally seen to every aspect of this job, and I have to say that I have never seen such a horrific thing. And as we speak, the house is literally just sticks. That might be considered emotional, but I think it has to be said. The two clients are they've been fairly quiet. I think more shell-shocked than anything. They're currently living in a little old folks home just across the street from me on Wellington Crescent. And with their little young child that we moved out in an emergency move session last year. I saw to that personally. I was there with my little volunteer movers, and we packed them up and had them out within 24 hours of the engineers meeting them. They're still currently in that situation, and with the year that's gone by, with the engineering team that we had to have look at the house and everything that's been done, I have to say that I would ask for as much leniency and extra consideration in this case. I've never seen anything like it. That's the non-emotional wording that I can come up with this time, because yeah. The other item to consider is the demolition that I have to do, and that still has yet to remain to be seen. We've got multiple quotes from Winnipeg builders, and there was a couple of other ones that were out as well. The $53,000+ that has to be still yet done, and now as of 8:45 this morning, walking into this chamber, I received a very strange phone call from the city of Winnipeg permit department technicians saying that they were not going to allow the family any respite, and that they were not going to even allow the house to be demolished until a 100% fully vetted, fully designed and engineered plans for the new build to be presented at the exact same time as the demolition permit. So we'll handle that today with a little bit of care, and we'll have to figure out a way for that. But it's yet another example of another looming $50,000 cost on top of that for the perfectly good garage and breezeway that we had hoped to remain standing. So again, very strange, very, very one-off. Again, I've never heard of this or seen this in my career of building here in Manitoba and all over the world. So that's of 8:45 this morning. So. The number that I think that is a fair assessment is would be a request. I think you guys have is 425 and under, and still yet to be the demolition cost. Still have yet to be fully realized. I guess that would explain my question of the exemption. It's a very, very strange situation. Just think, the mortgage for 22 more years for two 32-year-old professional people, $8,000 to $9,000 a month. Forever. So, again, unemotional, like that shouldn't matter in assessment world, but I think we're all humans, even though some of us are virtual and living that kind of Zoom, whatever. But I think that's important to also live in reality as well. They're being very fair, and I think they're still in shock. I don't think they could stand here and even speak to Drew, obviously doing his job. We're all here. I'm doing my job. I volunteered all my time so far. I've not been paid. This is not a job. This is like something that you have to see. We all talk about communities and where we're having meetings and the lands that we have it on. I think that has to be at least mentioned. So
Are you,
Sorry, go on.
are you just a neighbor?
I'm a neighbor. My wife is a eye surgeon. She works with the two of them. And when I heard about this, they just asked me to come and fix a crack in stucco originally in 2019. And then when I asked a very strange question to see the room behind the crack, she was kind of surprised. We're not friends. We see each other at functions, and she's a fellow citizen. So she said, well, that's my master bedroom. Well, it's my bedroom. But I said, well, I've never seen a crack like this. It's a very strange thing. And then that's when I walked upstairs and I saw the big cracks and heard that they had been repaired before. You just don't see that. Turns out all the roof trusses had been cut. All the ceiling trusses had been cut to make a vaulted ceiling. The entire job had no permits pulled on it. And then the city of Winnipeg captured the entire job, had a stop work order on it, and then poof, released the job. Nothing, all documents. So we're sorting that out, but it is, as last year, it was just, hey, we can't live in our house. We have to ask for, a reduction. It looks like the house has to be torn down. That was last year. This year is a lot more dire. It's been confirmed. The statement of claims have been made. The city is implicated 100% and has to defend that position, which we will get through. As for any allegations, it's not an allegation. It has to, play itself out. But it is very clear now, as we found the inspection stickers behind the walls, that I guess no other contractor would have found, because nobody would have taken apart the house like we did. So when we've met with the city now, had the head of inspections down, he's viewed it, he's met with us multiple times, and the engineering team. It's going to play itself out, and I'm sure you'll see it in the news in the next, probably maybe even today. So
the reason we dropped it from 480 here, now you're saying for 25 would be reasonable, and there's a bit of a change between the new stuff that's been done since this report was prepared and saying.
It's the demo cost, really. Yeah, we didn't last year. There was no talk of the demo costs. What had to be done. It's just a very plain thing, nothing fancy. It's just that we have to delete that from it. It's not, sometimes you say, Steve, you're making improvements or you're doing work on a property. Okay, but this is like we're deleting it, and that has a cost. Not to mention the hundreds of thousands of dollars of stuff that we've done already. We've had to stabilize the whole structure from falling onto the neighbor's house. That has been done. Even today, I have to go there with my crew, who's there right now, and do more structural work, because our hands are being tied. City's saying, oh, we want you to spend another $45,000 on drawings and engineered drawings, and we won't let you even relieve the pressure on the falling house. So we're going to figure that out today. I'm determined to speak to somebody that can make that decision. It does happen. I've had to deal with this in multiple places before. I work in the Caribbean. I work in Germany, Spain. There's always a provision to stop a fixture from falling. So it's just that we're running up against that. Oh, have you gone online? We don't allow partial demolitions unless we have drawings. It's not getting through. The information is not getting through. Sorry to go on, but I think it's important to have these discussions.
Drew, do you have any questions?
I do. So the appraisal report that was submitted, it does also value the property as land only, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And the appraisal report also is actually valuing the property using a reference date of October 20th of 2021, correct?
Correct.
So that would be a post-reference valuation, correct? Because we are looking at April 1st of 2021.
Correct. And as we know, the prices in the city have gone up.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that was post-reference valuation there. And are you aware that the first two comparables in the appraisal report, that being 132 Fulham Avenue and 30 Greenlawn Street, are also post-reference sales?
Correct. It's my neighbor on Wellington Crescent. 132 Fulham, I'm very aware.
And so just looking at the comparables that were provided in there, besides those two, since they are post-reference, do you feel that the properties that are closer in proximity to the subject would probably be a better indicator of value than ones that are not within a reasonable walkable distance, such as the ones in Old Tuxedo?
No, I feel that's not correct. The Fulham example is my direct next door neighbor. I'm on 1674 Wellington Crescent. You can look at it. It is one of the most desirable lots. That's why it sold and is being developed. I think that's a better indicator of a similar lot.
Okay, but that's a post-reference sale, so it doesn't matter. I'm not looking at Fulham and I'm not looking at Greenlawn because they're post-reference sales. I'm speaking to the other ones. So like my comparables are all located in Wellington Crescent, Crescentwood. And then there's the ones in the appraisal report. Two of them are in Old Tuxedo. And then one of them is in Search.
Is a more desirable area, Tuxedo, yeah. Yeah,
but,
that's fine. I mean, there's no argument there.
So like
we're not asking for a lot. We're just asking for a simple respite on this one. It's nothing related to the comps are all farther away here, so similar but not the same.
Okay. And I guess you kind of already answered my other question, so I'm okay. I have no further questions.
No, don't. Whatever you want to ask me. Sorry.
No, you already answered it in your presentation, so it's okay. I don't actually. Yeah.
Did you? I guess were you on the committee last year to deal with this or no? No. Is this new info?
This is. I have not dealt with this property ever in the past. I looked at the notes relating to the property from when the assessment department previously spoke, but that's all the information I have on the property is just related to notes. So I have no further questions.
Larry, do you have any questions?
No further questions.
Valerie? I'm sorry, I'm still looking at some stuff. I might have.
No, I'd like to have it. It would be great to have any questions, any concerns, any suggestions, anything.
The only question is, you said that there was a demolition permit requested, correct?
We're in the process of it right now. Yeah. But I think it's just a regular, like the permit technician that I talked to this morning, it was just kind of, oh, please go online and look at, number 2A, and it says that you can't, we can receive a demo permit, but we wouldn't be looking at it until we have a full set of drawings and blah, blah, blah. It's not the normal, I can get drawings for any lot in anywhere, but you can't do that until you figure out the depth of the demo, what's underneath there. There's so many variables, it's impossible to do on this job without spending insane amounts of time and money. No engineer would even stand.
I guess the entire, including foundation, has to be removed. Is that correct?
Yeah, the house that was there was a perfectly good, a perfect example of that era of building. Solid, areas that were available for flex. And then the builder and investor that collaborated with HSC Lotteries to have that in their program. He just, it went really rogue. He cut the main the main 5-ply 2x12 and 2x14 main beam that goes 40 feet through the whole house. He cut that back 6 feet with a chainsaw to put a step in. Can you imagine that, right?
This was the property owner that made this ready for our enterprise, changed the structure.
Well, the builder who built, I think, well, we won't go into
It's all
that.
available. All the stuff's available online. There's no, you guys can look at it whenever you want. It's all available online for free. The main thing is that there's so many unknowns as far as that's what's holding this process up. So it's an ongoing thing. So I mean, as of the other day, we're asking for 53.5 demolition costs, but I'll tell you it's probably going to be double that. I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts now. So that's why I asked for if there's an exemption for a layoff.
A pause.
Pause, no.
That 620 assessment, just based on, that was just based on land, raw land, like nothing on it. Improvements included?
Drew?
What was the question? Sorry.
Yeah, that 620, I'm sorry, the 620 that you, the assessment is just the vacant, would be a vacant lot.
Correct. It is being valued as a vacant lot. All of the sales that I provided are actually demolition sales. So within 22 months of the purchase, demolition permits were pulled and the homes were demolished.
That would be a buyer buying the property with having the demolition in mind and plan. Correct. Positive. Right.
Leave it with us. We will have our discussion and thank you very much.
Good day.
Always.
See you.
Before we move on to the next one, we're going to take a 5 minutes.
Sure. Good idea.
We're just going to take a short break, sir. Okay. Let's go, call the meeting back to order. We're going to deal with 34 Pinkero Road. Drew, when you are ready, you can.
I have to swear him in.
Oh, we got to swear him in. I'm not into this swearing this morning.
Mr. Applicant, please state your full name.
So close.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
I guess you'll have to close the door. I'm sorry. Excuse me, but I guess close.
We're having a good time.
I'm putting my jacket on.
Here,
Okay, sorry, Drew. Go ahead.
No problem. Thank you very much. Okay, so the property is 34 Pincarrow Road, roll number 030-663-19600. It's located in the White Ridge neighborhood. It's a two-story build, single-family dwelling built in 1987. Living area of 2041 square feet, full basement that is finished, one full bath, 3 half baths, 2 showers. It does have central air, has a fireplace, has an attached multi-car garage, and the lot size is 6699 square feet. The comparables are all located in the White Ridge neighborhood as well. All two-story builds, all single-family dwellings built between 1987 to 1991. The living area is between 1886 square feet to 2205 square feet. They all have full finished basements. Comps 1 has 1 less shower than the subject. Comp 2 has 1 less shower than the subject. Otherwise, the fixture counts are very similar. Fireplaces, Comp 4 has 1 extra fireplace. All of them do have at least 1 though. And then they all have attached multi-car garages as well. The lot sizes range between 5573 square feet to 7969 square feet. The time adjusted sale prices range between 496,600 to 542,000. And the time adjusted sale prices per square foot, they range between 225.94 to 272.23 per square foot. The current assessed value is at 491,000 or 240.57 per square foot. And I believe that value is supported. Thank you.
Do you have any questions of the assessor?
Yes, I have saw the evidence John provide that for property, they are all sold in the market during the last 2 to 3 years. But I believe there are lots of properties. They are not sold on the market. And my question is there 2 systems when you do the assessment? One for those properties sold recently, and another maybe not sold in the last 5 to 6 years. Because I saw the assessment of these 2 kinds are totally different.
All properties are valued using mass appraisal. So they all use sales to determine the value.
Because you can see in my advanced, I have searched some properties case on your website. They are not sold in the market during the last 3 to 5 years. And the average increased percentage is about 5% in my area, my neighborhood. So that's why I have this question.
Is there a question there?
No, I just have a question about the assessment for the evidence you I have seen you give me for the four properties. Their sales made value is far above the properties they are not sold on the market. That's my question. So I think maybe there are different 2 systems when you do the assessment.
As I said previously, the all properties in the city are valued using mass appraisal.
Okay, let me change another question. What are the important? What is the important facts when you do the assessment?
So we look at all property characteristics. So that's why I did read through all of the characteristics for your home as well as the comparables. So we're looking at square footage, we're looking at basement finishes, fireplaces, air conditioners, bathroom counts, all garages, all that information.
Any other questions? No? Do you have any questions, Larry, of the assessor?
I do not.
Valerie?
I do not.
And I do not. So on with your presentation, sir.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Chairman and the board. My name is Zhou Haoshi. I have lived in White Ridge neighborhood for 6 years. Before I did take notice about the property assessment notice every year, because every year they just increase 2 to 3%. But this time I got a notice and I found that my property is increased 10%. That's far away, far more than before. So I have searched the relevant stage in my neighborhood. I discussed that the average increased rates of this area is about 5% up. So you can see some documents I got from the property assessment details, the city of Winnipeg in April. There are 5 property close to my house. The one is 38 Pink Hill Road is the most similar to my home, to my house, because they have been built at the same year, 35 years ago. Actually, they have owned by same one family, the old sister and the young brother. And I have bought from the young brothers. They have built same year, same build, and almost the same area, living area and the land area. So, and I have checked for the last 2 to 3 years, these two properties value is almost the same. Sometimes the 38 Pink Hill Road is a little bit higher because they have more land area and living area. But this time I found my property is assessed $50,000 more than that building. So I don't know what happened to my properties.
You can ask some questions after. Is that your presentation, sir?
Yes.
Okay, there's some questions.
So so this evidence. So I have checked the average increased value of above properties is about 5% high in 2023 for those 5 my neighbor. So I think my property is over assessed. So I think the reasonable should be about $470,000, I think. So yeah, that's my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Drew, do you have any questions?
I do, thank you. So you don't have any sales data to support that lower valuation, correct?
Yeah.
It's only assessment.
I just changed the law last year.
Right, but you don't have any sales data to support your lower valuation. It's just all comparing assessments, right?
No, I didn't do it last year. Yeah. Only the roof the change.
No, he's asking if you brought any sales data on any homes in the area. Did you get any data on the sales in the area?
Yeah, I had changed some based on equipment.
That's not what it means. He's talking about checking the value of the homes in the area by sales, what they sold for. Have you done that? No, that was his question. Okay, thank you, Drew. Anything else, Drew?
Just based on that there is no sales data, how are you determining that value of 470,000?
Assessment.
So
He's asking you how you determined your 470,000. He explained it in his statement, Drew, that there was five. You're trying to go with the same 5% that everybody else got in the area.
Oh, okay. So it's all just from assessment data. Okay. Well, thank you.
Larry, do you have any questions?
No, just you're aware that we can't take assessments as evidence, right?
Yeah.
We can't use that information that you gave us as evidence. Assessment is not. That's the right word. Not.
Well, the assessor has based his assessment on the sales. Any sales from the time that, from 2018? 2018.
Or prior.
And that's how he based his assessment?
That's why I asked the question at first. Is there two systems?
No.
One for those property on the market, one for other. They didn't sold the.
No, it's just based totally on the sales in the area. And that's how he picked out his comparables, all the comparables that he has. Yeah. These properties actually sold. And that's where he got his information from.
I know, but for those, for the evidence, I support my option is you can see some.
But sir, you're basing it on assessments, and we cannot base our evidence on assessments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like it's just strictly sales.
Mm-hmm.
And if your house were to sell today, say you put your house on the market, what do you think?
But you know, a lot of property when they are going to sell the property, they will do a lot of renovation, equipment upgrade. But my property didn't do that, so I think it's not reasonable to just regarding the sale, the market price, and do this assessment on other properties.
Okay, so you've got can you describe your property a little bit from the time that you purchased it? You did nothing. There was no upgrades done to your home.
I just changed the roof, didn't do anything.
So your home is 1987, and so you're.
No, I bought it from 2016. After that, I just changed the roof.
2016,
yeah.
And you did nothing but the roof since
yes.
2006.
And change the window.
Yeah. And the window.
Yeah, didn't do anything. And for the last 6 years, they almost increased 2% every year. But this year, 10%. So that's why I have the question. And regarding this area, I searched, the average is about 5%. And my property is double. This is my question.
Yeah, okay, so. If you were gonna sell your property today, if you were gonna put it on the market to sell it, what would you price your property at?
Maybe 400. Yeah, 70, I think it's okay.
So you wouldn't
It's
want.
reasonable, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
Good answer.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you
And
very
we'll be
much.
discussing it and you'll be hearing from us. Thank you very much.
Thank
You can go now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, before we recess for another few minutes. Lou, have any of the others, I'm not gonna put any names or numbers, been in communication with you, the people on the lots that are here?
All the ones remaining on the docket?
Yeah.
No.
Anybody- none of them?
I've spoken with some of them and I've done inspections on some of them, but I have not recently been in contact with them.
Okay. And yourself, has anybody been in contact with you or be here? No? Okay, so we're gonna go in camera now to discuss it. You stick around, Drew, for a minute, please.
Will do.
We're gonna put you in the box while we have
Yep.
a little discussion and we'll be back.
Thank you.
Here, we gotta wait till he's on. We still have to shut down. It's not off yet. We'll call the meeting back to order. Drew, could you read the rest of the files that we haven't dealt with onto the record, please?
Sure. Is there any particular order you would like it in or just?
Start at the top and work your way down.
Okay. So the first property is 231 Inkster Boulevard. It's a 2022 assessment, so it's based on an April 1st, 2018 market date. The roll number is 140-704-74000. It's located in the St. John's neighborhood, one-story build, single-family dwelling, built in 1928, living area of 960 square feet. Has a full basement that is finished, one full bathroom, one half bathroom, one shower, has central air conditioning, has a detached single car garage and a lot size of 3,401 square feet. It also has a heavy traffic influence. The comparables are all located in the St. John's neighborhood, built between 1925 to 1953. Living area is between 748 square feet to 976 square feet. Fairly similar characteristics, minus comp 3 does not have a finished basement and has one less full bathroom equivalents. And comp 2 and 3 do not have central air conditioning. Comp 1 and 2 do not have any garages, and comp 3 has a detached multi-car garage rather than a single car garage. Lot sizes are between 32 square feet to 79 square feet, and land influences. Comp 4 has the same heavy traffic influence. It's the next door neighbor, and Comp 1 has a school influence. Comp 2 and 3 do not have any influences at all. Time adjusted sale prices between 180,400 to 238,700. Time adjusted sale price per square foot between 234.18 to 266.41. Current assessed value is at 238 or 247.92 per square foot. I believe that value is supported. Thank you.
Any questions of the assessor?
Not for me.
No, not me, thank you.
Thank you, Drew. We'll move on to the next one.
All right. 611 Churchill. The remaining properties are all 2023 assessments, so based on April 1st, 2021 market value. So the first property, 611 Churchill Drive, roll number 120-003-88000. It has significant structural issues, or did in 2018. They had quotes for $101,850 to repair it. So I'm treating this as a vacant lot for assessment purposes. The comparables that I pulled are all properties that sold as improved and were demolished after the fact. All of the demolition permits were pulled within about 13 months from the sale date. So the subject property is located in the Riverview neighborhood, and it has a lot size of 12,138 square feet. It has Park and Red River influences. The comparables are located in the Victoria Crescent, Norwood West, Riverview, and Lord Roberts neighborhoods. Lot sizes between 6,000 square feet to 10,683 square feet. Comp 1 is Red River adjacent rather than being the influence, so it actually backs directly onto the river. And Comp 2 has the same Park and Red River influences as the subject. Comp 3 and 4 do not have any land influences at all, so they lack that appealing Red River influence. The current assessed value is $377,000, and I believe that value is supported. Thank you. Oh, sorry, and that's $31.06 per square foot.
Any questions, Larry?
No, I do not.
Valerie?
I do not, thank you.
All the others were just,
Next one.
oh, that's good.
Okay. The next property is 91 East Plains Drive, roll number 060-934-61900. It's located in the Sage Creek neighborhood. It's a two-story build, single-family dwelling, built in 2018. Living area of 2,819 square feet, full basement, no finish, 2 full baths, 1 half, 1 shower, central air conditioning, no fireplaces, an attached multi-car garage, and a lot size of 9,903 square feet. It also has a hydro transformer box in the front yard. The comparables are all in the Sage Creek neighborhood, built between 2008 to 2017. Living areas of 2086 square feet to 2462 square feet. Very similar characteristics. Comps 2 and 3 also have a fireplace, but otherwise everything is basically the same. Lot sizes range between 51 square feet to 7819 square feet. And Comp 4 is the only property that has a land influence and that has a park influence. The time adjusted sale prices are between $537,700 to $579,800, and the time adjusted sale price per square foot is $235.50 per square foot to $257.77 per square foot. I am actually recommending a reduction to $566,000 for this property, which would be $278 per square foot.
Could you repeat that again?
500.
It's on the sheet.
It's on the sheet.
Oh, sorry.
So the property also did sell itself $512,725 in February of 2018, and the time adjusted sale price on that is $566,000. And then the next property.
One second.
Oh, sorry.
On this one, is there any questions, Larry?
No. Not for me.
Is Val?
No, I
My one question is, he had a sale of 512.
Yeah, time adjusted, that's 566.
Clean sale?
Sorry, what was that?
Is it because that's the year 2018 is the year we're looking for the value at, right? April
No,
1st?
we're looking at April 1st, 2021, because this is a 2023 assessment.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you. You've answered my question. 566 is what you're looking for on the rec. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's look at the next one.
And the last property here is subject address of 944 Hector Avenue, roll number 120-138-46000, located in the Grant Park neighborhood. It's a 1.5 story build, single family dwelling built in 1950, living area of 900 square feet, full basement with some basement finish, full bathroom, no central air, no fireplaces, no garages, lot size of 3,998 square feet. The comparables are located in either the Grant Park or Rockwood neighborhoods. 1.5 story build, single family dwellings built between 1948 to 1951. Living area between 900 to 1092 square feet. All have full basements. All have some area of finished basement except for Comp 3, which is unfinished completely. And they have exactly the same bathroom counts except for Comp 4, which has an extra half bathroom with a shower. Comp 1 and 4 have central air conditioning, and then Comps 1, 3, and 4 have detached garages. The lot sizes range between 4,098 square feet to 5,055 square feet. And the time adjusted sale prices range between 276,200 to 319,500 per square foot. That is 292.58 to 314.39 per square foot. And the current assessed value is 315,000 or 350 per square foot, and I believe that that value is supported.
Any questions, Larry?
I guess the reason I shouldn't be asking.
You can ask. Yes, you can.
The total assessment square footage, 350 for this one, it's because of the effective year bills, right?
Partially effective date, partially differences between the properties as well. So like if you're looking at comp 3, it's 310.44 per square foot, but it also doesn't have a finished basement. There's differences between the properties. And then on top of that, it doesn't have the same upgrades as the property, subject property.
Okay, that's my question and answer.
Val?
Going on that same question that Larry had, the upgrades on 944 Hector, are they listed? Like, what would some of the upgrades be?
Yeah, so prior to 2011, the windows, bathroom, and kitchen were all updated. That's when the most recent sale for this property did happen. So that's what I can see from that.
And the other properties didn't?
Not quite to the same level at the very least. If they have upgrades, it's not to the same level as the subject.
And were you in any of the other ones?
No. Nor was I in the subject.
Okay, so it's just based on assumption?
MLS listings.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm still in that same area, right? That 350 is higher than you haven't got any of your comparables in that range.
Yeah, so like I said, none of these really have upgrades to the same level as the subject. Like I said just previously here, the kitchen was fully upgraded on this property just before 2011, it seems. Definitely before 2011, because in the subject's 2011 MLS listing, it does show a nicely upgraded kitchen, which obviously is going to add value in the open market, as well as the bathroom also being upgraded, and the windows, which I'm not really qualifying so much because it would be a maintenance related issue, but those were the upgrades that were actually listed.
Okay, but you're saying the other ones had no kitchens for sure that were updated, no bathrooms updated.
Correct.
And so
Just seems like a big number. 306, we're talking. Yeah, you can jump in.
So there's no, like, you haven't provided the MLS listing or any information on any of these, even the subject property though.
No, but I did review them myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Leave it with us. On to the next. Oh, that's the last one, isn't it?
That's it.
Hold on, now I gotta jump in. Oops, now I jumped right out. We have heard all the items scheduled and this hearing is now adjourned. Lordy, lordy.